Hey guys, so it's Sunday. It's time to do my mental health vlog, and a little bit later in the day than normal, but it's been a day. Um, just kind of a recap of the week. The week went pretty well. My boyfriend and I kind of started off rocky in the week. There was some misunderstanding, miscommunication type stuff, but we cleared that up. And by the time date night on Wednesday rolled around, it was nice. Um, had my son on Friday night, and we had a couple of errands to run, so we didn't get home until late. So we just kind of, we stopped. We got like a quesadilla on the way home and ate in the car. And with traffic and stuff, we get home to like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and his bedtime was like 9:30. So he stayed up a little bit later, but we had a good time hanging out and playing games and chilling and stuff and watching TV. And got up in the morning, and we went to we got breakfast and stuff, and then we went to a go-kart place, like an arcade that has like a go-kart, like mini golf and all that kind of stuff. And I had some vouchers from July of last year when I took him, but it was raining. So we got like our money back. So we got to do it again today or this weekend. So it was a lot of fun. And it was cute because I said, do you want to ride with me or do you want to ride with, my boyfriend? And he wanted to ride with my boyfriend. And he made my boyfriend go super slow because they didn't want to like go fast on the track. And I'm like lapping him on the go-kart. So, and I had one more pass. So I let my boyfriend go on his own so we could go fast and have fun. And then we played some video games inside, and it was hot, but it was fun. It was just it's nice to do fun things with my son when I can. I know that I don't want to be the fun dad. I don't want to have him only see me as somebody to have fun with. I want to have fun with him, but it's not. I don't want there to be a fun dad between my ex and I. I want us to both be, dads, and he should have fun with both of us. After I dropped my son off, I finally got access to the house. My ex and his boyfriend and my son moved out about 2 months ago to prepare for us to list the house for sale. And I've been trying to get into the house to see like what damages need to be taken care of, like how does it need to be cleaned, or what do we need to do to get the house ready to sell. So with my ex, he's been pushing back and postponing, and he's like, well, you can probably get in this weekend, that shouldn't be a problem. And then, oh no, you can't get in this weekend. So finally, after letting him know that it needs to happen, I got into the house last night. It was I'm trying really hard not to speak ill of my ex on here, because that's not the type of energy I want to put out there. But the house was bad. He kept saying that he's been working on it for the past couple of months, and honestly, I don't know what's been happening for the past couple of months, but it was so much worse than I thought it was going to be. And it's not so much that it was dirty, which it was very dirty, almost to the point where I'm very concerned that my son was living in those conditions. But just the amount of stuff that was still there. Furniture, I expected because we talked about the fact that we're going to sell whatever furniture was left in the house and put that towards some financial issues we're having. But clothes, toys, electronics, stuffed animals, trash, so much trash. I didn't expect it. And to see, I think when it really hit me last night was when I was trying to get some stuff from my son's room, because I told my son, because, he had to leave some stuff. I'm like, are there certain toys or stuffed animals that you had to leave that you want to keep at my place? I'm happy to do that. And he gave me a short list of some stuff that he wanted. But when I went into his bedroom and I saw just how much stuff was left behind, it kind of broke me. I did. I was, my boyfriend had to pick me up off the ground because I couldn't stop crying. It almost felt, all these emotions just hit at one time. The trauma of the loss and of losing the house that we raised our son in, and but it was just also to see so much stuff that my son had to leave behind. And it's like, my son who's 8, had to pick favorite things, knowing he had to leave things behind. And yes, I know my son has way too much stuff, but just the fact that he had to go through that, he had to have that mentality that he has to leave so much stuff behind. It destroyed me. It absolutely destroyed me last night. It was really hard. So we had planned on going in and to start cleaning and getting some stuff out last night. But my boyfriend's like, I'm calling it. You are useless at this point. And I was completely useless. He drove home, and I just had to chill the rest of the evening. I called Mom and talked to her a little bit about how I was feeling, and she made some good points. She's like, this is something you have to do. You have to go through it. You have to get it done. So you've got to put your emotions aside. So this morning when we got up, because we were, going in early to get started on the house, I shut my emotions off. I had to. Like, even right now, my emotions are off today. There's like an on-off switch. They're totally off. So we got to the house and came up with a game plan of what we wanted to accomplish. And my boyfriend worked in the garage, and I worked in the office, and we worked in the living room some, and so much stuff was just trash. And we're making piles for donate, we're making piles for sell, we're making piles that my ex still needs to go through and make decisions on. So I'm gonna have to schedule some time to be in the house with him to make sure that gets done, because otherwise I'm not sure it will. And then of course we brought some stuff home today that was stuff that was I would like to keep for me. But the more I worked in there and the more I saw just how bad it had gotten, I really feel like that, it was almost like a hoarder situation at some point, at some areas. And we spent all day today, and we didn't even finish downstairs. And upstairs is worse. So, there's bags and bags and bags of garbage. There's stuff that I boxed up. There's some contention with some of the way that some stuff was boxed up, which I'll have to deal with later. I have a lot of collectibles that were in the house, and my ex had bought them for me, but they were gifts for me. So we had decided that we would sell them and put the money towards my son's college fund. So one of the things I had expected to do when I got into the house was pack up all the collectibles I needed to pack up. Well, it turns out that they took care of my collectibles because either they didn't trust me to sell them, or they didn't want me to know how many of them that they had broken, because I did find one shattered on the floor that I don't believe was an accident, and I'm pretty sure it was left for me to find. So there's obviously some contention there that I'd have to contend with. So it's been a really rough afternoon, and when my boyfriend and I got back to the house tonight, he definitely expressed some concerns for my son's well-being. And I have to have a conversation with my ex tomorrow to plan how we're going to do the rest of the house and make sure stuff gets done and that we can move forward with getting it listed and getting it sold, so we can move on with some other stuff we need to move on with. So this week was definitely a strain on my mental health and made me question mental health of others a little bit more than I already was. So that's my vlog for this week, and if my ex sees it, he's probably going to be angry, but I can't. Facts are facts. I really don't know what else I can say about that. So that's what's going on in my world right now. It's 9 o'clock. I should probably eat something. All right, guys. Check on your friends. Make sure they're doing okay. Make sure they're vaccinated. Numbers are going up. It's scary. Check on your family, even if they're not vaccinated. But make sure you tell them you love them. Family is really important for support when you need it. And sometimes, even when you're 42 years old, you still need your mom. And really, really, really try and take care of yourself. There are hard things to go through, and sometimes you just have to set your emotions aside and handle them. You can feel those emotions later. Don't ignore them. They're there, but sometimes you got to set them aside to do what you have to do. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. I love you guys, and I will check in with you all next week. All right, bye.